kidding. Oh, oops! I accidentally moved my character art.
I was gonna say, Cassandra's vanished. Where's she gone?
She just went pew.
Pew. Pew.
Pew.
Pew.
Pew.
Pew.
Pew.
Pew.
What's going on?
I'm stalling.
This is the
Where am
recap.
Yeah. After the mansion went crazy, the Duchess sits up and we question her. She is a totally lying liar face. At least Kosara thinks so. Dan had a really cool line about an apparitional antagonist.
We like that one.
I did. I wrote it down. After questioning Matilda, we are all like, hey, we should go find your husband, I guess. And we make our way over a balcony pathway into another ruined room where we see a thief that has been hoisted upon her own.
God.
Yes. It's choked out by some sentient curtains after trying to steal a painting. And at her feet are the super uptight and religious couple that appear to have overdosed on some sort of fancy drugs. Then that Vincente
surreptitiously pocketed.
Yes, helped himself too. And also in the room is another figure that has been crushed beneath a wall, between the wall and the tree. A paladin named Mercer. Yeah. Okay. And then we find a set of stairs, head down, find the Great Hall again. There are dead nobles everywhere. Duke Vrain is shaking in a corner, and he's like, no, we can't leave. And Matilda is super miffed, and she and Kosara kind of get into a little, hey, you're trying to kill your husband. Hey, wait, what? type of sitch. And yeah, and then basically we're all like, well, if you don't want to leave, then what do you want us to do? By the way, where are your kids? And I think that was pretty much where we left off.
Yeah, I think so.
I distinctly remember asking, okay, you don't want us to go? No. Okay, what are we going to do instead? Dunno. Great.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys...
That was the vibe.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys are in the, like, main hall. Currently surrounded by a few panicked people, including the Duke and Duchess. Plans have been mentioned to go down to the crypt below, and also potentially look for the Duke and Duchess's children, Torgrin and Giselle. But what you actually do is up to you. So, yes.
I'm sure the Duchess would not mind seeing the back end of my face, considering that, I've been antagonizing her for the last 5 or 10 minutes or so. So,
if the root of the problem's downstairs, we should be going downstairs. The root of the
I
problem.
don't disagree.
It's hilarious. Come on, I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Do we think that we actually killed the creaking ghost woman thing? Perhaps we can get some answers from her downstairs if she is still incorporeal. I do not feel like you can punch a ghost to death. Or Eldritch Blast one.
I mean, I haven't had a lot of experience killing ghosts. Can I make an Arcana check or something in my
Mhm.
undead warlockness?
Yeah,
If I have
absolutely.
any innate knowledge about putting ghosts to rest. That Arcana's was a 14.
14. Yeah, you pretty much know like a lot of the standard stuff. It takes like magic to be able to properly kill ghosts. And
Do I get the sense we just sort of banished it or disapparated and it could come back if you don't, deal with the reason that it's coming back?
I'm gonna say it's quite hard to tell with the roll of a 14.
Sure.
But it seemed, reasonably dead.
Okay. It seemed reasonably. I honestly I don't really know.
Are you confident in that it is taken care of and we should focus our worries on the living, or should we go to the crypt to try to
Oh.
ask?
Oh no, I still think that the house is fucked. Even if we kill the ghost. Obviously things have not gone back to normal, so we probably should go into the crypt and have a look.
Very well.
She might have been more a symptom than a cause. Or maybe her, we banished the physical, corporeal form, and that her hatred still lives on in this ginormous tree. And I'll just pat the tree, I guess. Is it emanating any particularly nasty energies? Is it bleeding everywhere, or
the tree? No, the
is
tree.
it spooky?
The tree is. Oh shitting hell! The tree is just dead. Sorry, the cat. My arm was kind of on the armrest, and she jumped up to try and land on my armrest, and then I moved my arm. I wasn't even looking. So she suddenly realized that the spot she was trying to land on wasn't there anymore, and had to, claws out, figure out another solution, which was my thigh. Wasn't it, you bitch? Hey, did you like this balsa wood?
And I guess there might be more people. Everyone's split up. We haven't found everybody yet. I mean, I've been, keeping a list, but it isn't everyone.
Liam, I'm proud you didn't ask how many times he checked it.
How many times I check what?
His list.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Sorry, I'm having to deal with a dog who's fumbling around.
Jesus, fucking pets.
Break the damn legs.
Why are you such a bitch? But yeah,
Come on then, Mercer. Lead the way.
Are you coming? Kosara will ask Fennan.
He kind of swallows. Yeah, sure.
She smiles and is like, good. I don't want to be here in the Great Hall anymore, but I do not want you to be far.
Yeah. No,
I just realised I could have guided myself on that. I've forgotten that I've had the guidance cantrip every fucking time I could have rolled. God damn it. To the crypt.
They smell the other half of my sandwich, that's why he's pissed off.
Yes.
So crypting.
You guys kind of head out. You can't access the crypt from inside the house. It's kind of a go outside and around the corner type job. When you arrive at the doors, you find there's sort of those kind of old-fashioned basement doors where they're slanted in, and to lift them out, you have to pull up the two heavy kind of stone doors. Currently, because of the shifting and creaking of the building, it seems like they're pretty much jammed shut.
Can I attempt to force them?
You can attempt to, yes. I mean,
With my athletics.
indeed.
14.
You
Didn't roll very
no, you're unable to move them, and actually, like as you're gonna pulling, like the handle snaps off. Yeah, so you just kind of stumble back. Finnan tries his best to catch you, but ends up getting slammed backwards a few steps.
Yeah.
Do I think I could blast through it eventually with Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, they seem they're definitely like cracked.
Okay.
Is there any, barring magical destruction, is there any kind of log metal gimmick that I can use as like a thing to jimmy them up?
You see a stick of balsam. No, sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, actually, just give me a second, and I'll. Presuming I haven't been. Basically, I have a crowbar in my pack because I had to take the Dungeoneering pack, but I'm just saying they're like band supplies, so he'll go
also
grab
have
that.
Yeah, that's
Right, I'm a
Give him a
criminal.
crowbar.
Mm-mm.
Sorry, I forgot about this. Sometimes we have to open things with it.
Yep. Well, that makes sense. Like you probably have crates that you ship your equipment in.
Absolutely.
She gives like a stink eye to Hopkins, all like, oh, why would you have a crowbar? Do I get to try again with the crowbar?
You may.
Hopskin is also going to help by also using his crowbar.
Yeah, you can have
Okay.
advantage.
Okay. That is a 19 on the dice, so that will be 25.
Yeah, 25. It takes a little bit of work, but you manage to kind of pull down on it, and you sort of just snap off a lot of the lock, but you manage to kind of open up the doors enough for everyone to push in. There's like this sort of
You're welcome.
there's like this sort of old, like musty smell that kind of wafts up, and you can see like the steps down are well worn, and like seem to be like slick with a little bit of water that's coming in from the rain outside.
Right. First hurdle.
I'm already up.
Well,
I can
kind
lead
of
the
going
way.
down, but okay.
Oh, then you start.
All right. So as you guys begin to descend the stairs, just everyone give me a quick deck save not to slip on the very rough
Fuck me.
or very slippy ground.
I know, Dylan, it sucks. 11? 11.
Is this a danger I can see?
Yeah.
I'll have advantage then. 17.
16 is the DC.
Okay, I got 8. If at all, I'm going to try and angle myself so I slide into Kosara, but
That's a good plan. Oh, Finnan needs a roll. He's a rogue. Yeah. That's an 18 plus many. Mercer?
Jade.
No, I think
Sorry.
she's
No,
disconnected.
yeah. Well, I disconnected because the cat decided to walk across the computer and put it to sleep.
You do
That's a
that, don't you,
14.
Bunty? That's why I have the Balswood. Okay, you fail as well. So anyone below 16 fails and fall on your ass. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And yeah, end up on your ass on the floor.
Does Vincente try to bowl into Kasara?
It's more an excuse to get close to you rather than trying to take out the back of your knees. But I think
Hopkins, on the other hand, has rolled into a ball and is rolling down with the full intent of knocking you off.
Yeah, Kasara would have instinctually reached out for Vincente to keep him from falling further.
Slippy down here.
I just
He says as you're like pushing against his chest or something.
she helps you get up to your feet and kind of says, yes, it seems as though they have not had anyone down here for quite some time.
That, I think, bodes well. Maybe the kids aren't down here after all.
I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I didn't take another head wound.
Oh, good.
Oh, excellent. Good to hear.
How nice.
Hopkins like doing shit.
I'm fine too, and I'll just knock the little bit of damp mud or something off his sleeve or something.
Kasara will see that Hopkins is also alright and kind of,
Oh wow!
Hope he fell down and died.
Finnan gives you a don't mind her type of look.
He's been very insulting to her, so she doesn't, she doesn't like the comment.
I presume one of us has a light source.
Oh, that would
That
have
was
been
our
a good
character.
idea, but it doesn't seem as though I didn't think of one.
Oh, well, I just figured, I think everybody but Hopkins probably can't see in the dark, and we would have had a torch. But if we didn't, I'll break
Could be
something
smart
off.
to have a torch.
Hopkins
Yeah.
has a torch. Hopkins pulls out the torch and lights it. He creates a small 5-foot bit of flame on the floor, lights the torch, and then puts it out.
Okay.
Useful.
Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like people put up with me for a reason.
I'm going to
I'll hand it
Take-
to someone taller because I can see in the dark decently, so I'll hand it to someone taller. Vincente, because he's the only one that seems to like me.
Sure.
Well,
I
he's
also don't
also
need
the only
two
one you
hands to
haven't
fight.
insulted.
Yeah. Thank you very much. And so I
To be
have the
fair,
torch in one hand
you
and then.
did also treat me like garbage.
To be fair, I treated you like a butler. And then you
I-
started saying, "You stupid, shut your face, you stupid ass noble," and then you pissed her off.
To be fair, you healed me, and I haven't really had any other interaction with you.
That's fair.
If you would
That's
like to
fair.
hold the torch, you can hold it, but I thought, you'd be busy.
I mean,
Shield and sword or whatever.
yeah, no, I've got the front.
Good. He's holding the torch, but in a kind of Halloween creepy way. So there are shadows cast across his face and things, and holding a shadow dagger in the other hand.
That's rather excellent.
He looks even more ghoulish.
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 Yes.
Plot twist,
It's
Vincente's
time
really
to
like
go
that.
forward
So, the crypt.
I do
from
not
another
sleep.
dimension.
I'm glad someone else did the joke. That was
Sadistic
good.
pretension.
Um,
Come on, I'm trying to do a regular picture show. Don't be it.
yeah.
I would like to use divine sense.
To do a sweep.
Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
That tells you undead and the like within how far?
60 feet. I can
Okay.
tell whether or not if area's been affected by the hollow spell.
Okay.
Oh, do you
And I
also
know
know
that-
if it's been corrupted? The reverse of a hallow.
Yeah, consecrated's on there too, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
desecrated?
Desecrated.
Like
yeah.
you can detect good and evil. Powerful good rings. Basically, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to read and fight this cat. Yeah.
It's like fae, fiends, and undead, and evil ring. It's
Celestial.
not just
Yeah, it's celestial. Yeah, and then I can tell whether or not it's under the effects of a hollow spell, which
Yeah.
is consecrated or desecrated.
You
Cool.
see
Mahalo.
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 You see a very large undead, or powerful undead, dead ahead of you, and what appears to be two like smaller undeads next to it.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does appear we have some undead creatures down here. Right ahead of us, in fact.
Oh, good.
It may be the source of your problems.
Do we see roots going into the
Crypt.
sarcophagi?
Not going in, but there are roots like hanging down from this crypt. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Right. Well, worked once before.
Yeah. Kursara will creep forward towards where the paladin has sensed the undead.
There's 3 of them. A big one and 2 little ones.
Okay.
When people
I'll give
are
it a
in
little one.
position, I guess I will try and give light to the situation, to the battle that's about to commence, and fire Eldritch Blast and things.
Sure. Sorry. Yeah. Sure. So as you kind of approach, you're seeing like this room is like it's kind of not a maze, but if you imagine it's like this big sort of rectangular room, and then like either there's big pillars and stuff that kind of move through it, so that you can it kind of splits up the room, making it seem kind of maze-like, I guess. But it's divided into like columns and rows almost, kind of grid-like. And basically, you are looking at like the central back part, and you're walking past these like long kind of coffins that are all pretty identical and all have like these kind of faded names etched into them. Everyone, give me just a really quick perception check.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Ooh, daddy! Oh, big daddy perp! Oh fuck. That's 25.
I got a natural 20 for a 21.
I
You
got
son
a
of a bitch.
16.
I got an
It's
18.
still higher than mine.
I know.
Well,
Cool.
all of you notice that the like tombs or the sarcophagi are getting older as you get like further
Further
away from the entrance.
Like, this is a natural progression of that one's old. No, that
Yeah.
one's
Yeah.
older. That okay.
And based on
Not
where
like time lapse.
no, no,
Okay.
and based on where Mercer detected undead, that is about where the oldest coffin would be.
Fantastic.
Oh, we're dealing with
Close
old
that up.
folks. Who's there?
Kasada will like kind of straighten up and say, "We are here to help Atrem.
Okay.
Just on an off chance these are reasonable undead."
Oh yes,
I've never.
those well-documented, reasonable undead.
Hey man,
Let's
if
just
the
make them aware of our
if
presence.
his grandmother, I mean, they're going to be aware of our presence because we're alive and they're dead, and they're going to be like, "Oh, heartbeats, man."
Fair, you know.
But
Jesus
um,
Christ.
what?
What did whoever put in that sugar daddy?
Cocaine.
Coke, yeah. Rabies.
But the possessions of the undead is what it put in there. No, but yeah, I mean, Kosara's working under the assumption that the creaking lady was just trying to kill Matilda because she was trying to kill Artem. So, you know, we're on your side. That's her
Right.
working assumption.
I
Sure.
see.
Anywho, you guys approach, and you see a coffin, kind of half like fallen out of the sort of shelf that it sits on, very old, and the like top of it is cracked, and you see like these kind of ethereal, ghostly white figures like reaching out of the cracks and beginning to push them aside, and you see like a similar thing on the two coffins either side of it, until you finally see what appears to be an entity not unlike the creaking lady, draped in like hundreds of white flowing veils, skin like desiccated and damaged, like pulled back, revealing like her teeth, and like the sort of missing cartilage of her nose and that kind of thing.
Terrifying visage and all that aside, Kosara is going to respond by entering a rage. Because, you know, big scary undead thing right in front of her. So, you know, eyes glowing and the claws are out.
Is this the Bell Witch's origin story?
Bell Witch's big
Born of
sister.
depravity. Are we?
You see,
Starting combat?
you see two other creatures begin pulling themselves out. These look far less gnarly and more like your garden variety undead, like pale sort of bluish white skin, glowing blue eyes. And they begin stumbling towards you, whereas the creaking lady stays where she is. And yeah, let's roll some initiative.
Can I have? Oh, well, it doesn't matter actually.
Yeah, basically, I didn't want to start combat not having my resistance. Ooh, that was good. 22. Do I have advantage on initiative already at level 2?
Then you can.
No, I'm not sure at level 2, but I don't.
I'm gonna look.
Don't you have?
I'm looking.
I think it's early, but I don't think it's that early.
No, it's not that early.
21 because I rolled a 19.
22 for Kosada.
Yeah.
17.
I rolled a 19.
It's 7 that you get that as a barbarian.
I rolled a long sheet. I rolled a 6 plus 3 for 9. Sigh.
Duck.
Oh, I was confused. I thought you meant duck down.
Oh, come on, Liam. That was the Pokemon joke for you.
I didn't do the voice.
Everyone else
just
got
went,
it.
sigh.
Sada.
To be fair, dumb shit energy.
But it's Pokemon, Liam. That's meant to be
I
your
know.
favorite terrain.
I know.
Psyduck is my favorite though. I'm gonna like pick up on a Psyduck.
Point of
No,
inspiration, man. That was funny as fuck.
I mean, it was for whoever enjoyed it, but it was mostly for.
I enjoyed the joke and found it funny. Thank you for coming. Please consider leaving a tip.
So,
Kazara, you're up first.
am I? Okay, goody. The two smaller ones are definitely coming forward with like an aggressive looking intent.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, then we'll say the one on the right is about to get a slashy slash. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Oof.
With her
Getting
claws.
quieter.
Yeah. I don't get anything extra on my
Yeah.
rages yet. But how are you doing? Do I roll another d6?
Yeah, just standard, just double dice.
Okay. So it was a 5 and a 4 for 9 plus 6. So 15 points of damage on the first attack.
Yeah.
Nice.
You slash
then-
into it and it looks pretty rough.
And then she's going to attack again with her claws because she gets a multi-attack. That is another natural 20. I am not kidding.
Sure.
I like her dice. So that
They're
is a
big.
4 and a 1 for 5 plus 6 for 11 points of damage.
All right. Yeah.
And that's-
Describe how you kill it.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, just kind of instinctually reacting to like the aggressive nature of the ghastly spirits. Like it comes forward towards her with like this whole like type thing, and she just flies into a rage and was like basically 2 slashes in the center of its chest, and then like rips in the opposite directions to do the God of War.
Yeah.
Her split.
Holy shit!
Just splits it in half.
Yeah. For sure.
Was that the big ghost?
No,
No, the little ones.
Okay.
that was one of the dweebs. Yeah. Vincente.
So there is laughter from the back where the torch is, and Charo, it is time for our encore. And the torch like splutters, and then when it comes back up, there is a skeletal figure holding it. Looks something like that, maybe.
Ooh, yeah.
And then he is. So this is his bonus action, Form of Dread. Lasts for a minute. And it's his last one, as I use the other one during the song. But I get 1d10 plus Warlock level of temporary hit points. So that is 7 whole temporary hit points.
Nice.
And then once per turn on a hit that I make, someone has to make a wisdom save or be frightened until the end of my next turn. And then I am also immune to frightened while this is going on.
I feel like you built this entire character just to set up for that joke.
Pretty much. That's why he has like a Latino name, and it's basically part of like a mariachi band, but like a goth mariachi band. And I am
Fantastic.
good.
Point of inspiration.
Thanks, man. And I'm going to throw one of these daggers as my Eldritch Blast at the big ghost. A solid 16, unfortunately.
It's a big one. That is a miss, I'm afraid.
Oh no.
You see the magic just like crashes into this barrier that seems to be floating around it. Like a shield.
So you don't appreciate my performance.
It groans. Mercer.
I'm going to be kind of taken aback by a little bit of what I'm seeing. kind of shake that off. Kind of put my hand on my holy symbol and utter a little prayer under my breath and channel divinity, control undead.
All right.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So basically, you can target one undead within 30 feet. So I'm going to get the little guy. And he's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
DC
good.
12. Yep. And then if he fails, he's got to obey my command for 24 hours.
That's a 6.
That's a fail. And I will command him to protect me.
Okay. You see its head kind of like cock, and then it slowly kind of turns back to look at the big creaking lady ghost.
I'm going to move into combat so that I make a very tempting target.
Excellent.
What paladin are you?
Vengeance.
Vengeance. Cool. I wonder what you're
No, actually, no, I want Oathbreaker. I was...
When Oathbreaker. I was
Oh.
going to say.
No, yeah, I was Oathbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ghost kind of stares at you all for a moment. Seems rather perturbed by what's just happened. Now, just out of interest, how many of you guys would you say, being fair, would be able to fit in a 20-foot radius sphere?
I would like to say that I am as reasonably far back as I possibly can be, because Eldritch Blast has, like 100 to 120 feet range.
Indeed.
I'm probably not that close yet. Shut up.
I was
I'm
going
probably
to
not
say
that close yet.
Kosara would be as close as those little ghostly figures would have been, because she rushed the one on the right. So to include her in that would definitely mean
Yeah, so I think it's going to be
out the back
you,
the back row.
Mercer, and the ghoul.
And where's Finnan?
Oh, and Finnan, yeah. He'd be
He hasn't
closer.
gone yet.
Yeah, I
No,
was
no,
just
no.
wondering where he was.
He's next to you,
Is-
yeah.
Well, he
Right.
wouldn't have run up yet,
Okay.
right? I'm just, that's up to you.
I
Like,
guess,
how far?
yeah. I imagine he'd be keeping with you, but yeah, that's a fair
Okay,
point.
okay.
So
what do we have to do?
Include him. Dex save.
Dex save. Okay.
He
So
is going
Dex
to...
Oh, thank God for advantage. That is a 22. Because
22 is a
resilient dex.
success. Yeah.
Resilient dex on a barb is broken. Dun, 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 dun.
An 18.
18. You succeed. Okay, everyone succeeds. Finnan takes no damage.
Yay.
You guys all take, half of 86, so 46. Oh, damn. 2 6s and 2 5s.
Oh, no.
So 22.
On a save.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ow. You're right.
Are you guys
Yeah.
still up?
I have, on a scale of 1 to 35, I am a 13.
You see just
I
this
have 5 health
huge
points.
ball of black fire just appear,
Oh boy.
hurled by the ghost. And it is now. The ghoul had to make a save, didn't it? It failed, so 2 ghouls dead.
Oh boy.
So it's just the ghost now.
Ghost.
Ghost. Finnan's turn. He's going to lunge forward and stab twice with his rapier. That's a natural 4, which is going to miss, and that's an 18, which is going to hit. Oh, that's the wrong die. And he gets a sneak attack. Oh, that's a shitty roll. 9 damage. from Finnan there. And it is Hopkins.
Hopskin. Normal.
Hopkins, sorry.
We don't need magical weapons to hit this coin, right?
I don't know.
We did
This
last
one
time,
seems-
but that's
yeah.
not necessarily
Yeah.
the same as last time.
Yeah, this seems stronger than the
Judging
other
from
one.
Finn's attack that he's just done, did it look like she it did about the damage it should have done?
Make me a perception check. Because you did say you're far away.
I thought you said deception, and I'm like, sorry.
Yes, bitch.
I love how Rob knows how to shut down anything I want to do. He just has to ask me to roll. That's a 10.
Duh, buddy.
Looked fine to
That's a
you.
4 plus 6. So you can't really tell.
Looked fine to you.
Right, if everyone else is going to jam out as well. Hopskin growls slightly. It's a much deeper growl than you'd expect from a goblin about 3 foot tall. Suddenly, he puts his hands to the floor. His bones start cracking. It's probably a horrible sound, echoes around the chamber a lot. His face starts to elongate into a long, big old snout. The hair on his head, which is like a dark green, starts to like curl over the rest of his face. His eyes kind of go. Kosara would recognize as the same kind of eyes forming as he slowly begins to grow taller and taller and taller until he's, the smallest size that a large creature can be. As he uses. Oh no! Shit! I fucked it. I was wanting to be cool. Can I action bark skin and then bonus action wild shape?
Sure, mate.
Even though I've
Sure.
described my cool transformation into a direwolf. Cool. I'm a direwolf, but as small as I can be, and I'm gonna move on to combat with this fucking thing,
Okay.
and I'll hit the
You're
bitch next.
up in combat.
Yes,
At the end of your turn,
big ol'. How tall is just for my own brain? How tall is the smallest version of a large creature? Because I know direwolves are usually like 9 foot, but I imagine as a goblin he'd be slightly smaller than that.
yeah, like I don't know, 7, 8 feet long, probably.
8 foot's about what I thought. Yeah.
It sees you running towards it, and at the end of your turn, it's going to attack you
Oh, I know what's gonna happen.
with a spell.
Come on.
16.
That is my armor class with bark skin. Yes.
Sweet. So you see, like, this like ray of kind of freezing cold, sort of, we'll say like, kind of frigid grave-like energy, crashes towards you, and you take 7 cold damage.
Cool.
And then we're back to Kosara's turn.
Kusada is going to. I wonder what would she do? Oh, she's gonna slash. I think I need to retire these dice. That's
No.
There you
another
go.
natural 20.
Jesus.
Damn, son.
I'm not fucking around with
I
these
believe
either.
you, sweet, don't be worried.
Okay. It's an 11 plus, what is my modifiers? 6. So 17? On the first attack. I'm beginning to think these dice I heard dice are not balanced. That's a 10 plus 6 for 16 to hit.
16 misses, I'm afraid.
Okay, so just one hit from Kasara this time.
Seems that way.
Mhm.
And Vincent.
It's still a hefty one.
Oh,
Max.
very hefty one. Yeah, Vincenta, your go.
Okay. Okay. Well, if you didn't like my last performance, maybe you'll like this one. I'm going to roll. No, sorry. Did you hear anything?
No, I think it sounded like
No,
you
I didn't.
muted.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. So basically, it goes well, seeing as you didn't like that, maybe we can try something else. And I'm rolling 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Excellent. That was a witch bolt.
Ooh,
Uh,
boy.
So witch bolt at level 2, technically. So
2d12.
so that's 2d12 and then 1d12 every turn after.
Mhm.
Find the d12s. Okay, 13 lightning damage. As one like a different, slightly different looking dagger that is like crackling with energy strikes into her and then like arcs back to his hand, and there is a very kind of force lightning die
Yeah.
kind of hand movement coming from him.
And she like kind of her whole body like is racked by this, and she stumbles away a little bit, and you can see. I mean, she's not great at standing.
I have
up
now
in
moved
general.
up to 30 feet, by the way, to do that.
Good
Sorry,
to know.
I should have said.
No worries. But yeah, she is looking a bit on the ropes as it turns to Mercer's turn.
I'm going to sword. For 16 to hit.
16 misses, I'm afraid.
Alright, that is my go.
Okay, then it is her go. She is.
Oh, could she make a fear check? Because I hit her with an ability on my turn. Wisdom save.
She is immune to fear. Apologies.
Oh, okay. I just thought I'd say I thought a scary ghost would probably be immune to fear, but this was my chance to use the form of dread
It
thing.
was
So,
cool as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Don't you worry about that. Yeah. You see, she kind of panics and lets out this like shriek that like racks the area around you as she casts Thunderwave. So that's gonna hit Kosara, Finan, and Mercer. So I need con saves from all of you, please.
where's the dire wolf?
And the
Eight.
Dire
I was
Wolf.
okay with it. I was just saying, I'm right. Sorry, what can I say?
Constitution, please. DC 16.
That's a kraken.
Eight.
Not enough.
Okay, it's 7 damage if you passed and 3 if you failed, or the other way around. The way that
okay.
makes sense.
And it knocks folks back, doesn't it? That
Mhm,
works?
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, and you guys, you get knocked back.
That didn't murder me.
That was close.
No, because I had 5 hit points
What
left.
sort of damage is it?
Thunder.
Thunder.
Okay.
Thunder.
I was making sure it wasn't bludgeoning.
It's true.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
Yeah. And then it is. Oh, it's Finnan's turn. He's going to come up and make his attack, and miss terribly with a 2 and a 1.
Did he make a save?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, evasion. So he's fine. So he misses. Hopkins.
I'm a run in, and I'm a bite this son of a bit. Luckily, because Finnan is also in range, I get pack tactics.
Tack tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Tag tactics.
I don't think there's ever
Oh
been
my
a time
God.
I haven't said tack tactics.
I hate my life. I rolled a natural 1 and a 4. So that's 9.
Oh, I'll
Misses,
tell you
I'm
what,
afraid,
Liam, have
buddy.
my inspiration. Roll again.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's...
do
You,
it.
you may be wasting it. I could roll a fucking 3.
I know, but...
I rolled a double 1!
Wow.
Oh, Liam.
Oh, I was trying to, make you have fun.
Oh, Liam.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. I think it's just...
Oh shit! I forgot to put my cool art that I was getting for my cool. Oh fuck off, Hopskin! Get out of here. My cool, gross zombie direwolf part. Doesn't
Oh,
matter
nice.
now. There you go.
That's cool. Well, unfortunately, that's the end of Hopkins' go. It's Kosara's turn.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
Oh.
sorry, Bunty.
I trust.
I'm giving Bunty a scratch with the balsa wood as a
Just
misery
pick up some
cry.
flavour.
Oh, she quite likes it.
That's an 11. That's a miss.
Yep,
And a dirty 20.
that's a hit.
That will be 2 plus
2 is
2 plus 4 plus 2, so 8 points of damage.
Describe how you kill the Cretan lady.
So is she all hunched over like the hive from
Yeah, exactly.
Hunt, all that other stuff?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good descriptor.
So basically she's all hunched over to one side, and Kosara just comes down with an underhand claw swing up towards the creaky side, and just kind of hits her so hard as though trying to straighten her up, but overcorrects and snaps her spine in the other direction.
Yeah, and she just begins crumbling and stumbling towards you, her body just desiccating into dust as she walks, and she kind of just crumples to the floor until the sort of wind just kind of flashes or kind of brushes the dust away, and there's a quietness that sets over the house.
My lightning arcs up into the ceiling for a moment and cuts through it a bit before he dissipates it.
I like that. That's rad as fuck.
Good job, Lady Kosara.
You kind of see her doing the and she straightens up, and the claws stub and turn back into regular dainty little well, not dainty, but
No.
regular. She's
Skull
nothing
crushing
about
thighs.
nothing about Kosara is dainty, but back into more natural proportions, I guess I should say. And she says, "You're welcome."
I'm glad I went into this dingy tomb to fight the ghost with you. And you didn't too badly either, Vanessa. So you are not looking very good.
I think I need to lay down.
That might be wise. I'm afraid I don't have anything for you unless you want a song. And this is all coming from a still skeletal, or mostly ghoulish looking. His cheekbones have got even more angular. So that you said that a quiet had settled upon the house? But the tree hadn't retracted or anything.
I'm gonna use lay on hands.
Kosara is not looking very good, but kind of see her stumbling back a little.
I'm gonna start walking around snapping roots with my teeth because I've got an hour of this fucking thing. I'm gonna do something with it.
Maybe we should get you both up to somewhere more comfortable. Tell you what, I can lead the way this time.
Please do.
He will walk off with the torch flickering. and move back into the main house.
Yeah.
Kusaka will lean on Penton as they head back up.
He'll pretend like it's no big deal.
But he's really straining underneath.
Yeah.
Are the roots fairly easy to snap?
She is very top heavy.
Yes, Liam, they are. And yes, see, they are. I mean,
Cool.
she is.
I'm gonna snap every single root. I'm assuming, is the door big enough for me to walk through?
Yeah.
It's a crypt. They got to get coffins down here, so.
Okay, I'm staying in this form for
Yeah,
however
no,
long I've
totally.
got.
Hopskin, with me. Can I kind of try and
You wanna
advance,
know what work is?
like vaguely stealthily? Can I get a sense of the house, like before the others who are severely wounded get in? Can I read the room that there are not more ghosts and zombies and
Yeah.
whatever else in here?
Like the food seems to have turned to normal.
Okay.
The air seems to have warmed up somewhat. It seems like much more returned to normal, and like a lot of the panicked people seem to have calmed, seeing that things seem to have at least
Are
temporarily
people
returned to normal.
returning, or are there more people in this great hall? You know,
No,
because people left and separated. Okay, right.
it's about the same.
Everyone okay in here?
You get a few murmurs and nods.
Duke, Duchess, there was some malevolent feminine spirit down in the basement, the crypt. I think we may have tried to put it to rest,
You
possibly successfully.
you look around, but you can't see the Duke or Duchess anywhere.
Oh, where did they go? He asks the room as a whole.
A few of them like point to sort of towards the like back of the room, where there's like a door that kind of leads out, sort of into like a sort of little private chamber off to one side.
Right.
Before we go, I think, Sarah, do you mind? And I'll kind of like reach my hand out to like pat her on the shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
No, I don't mind at all. Thank you.
You're gonna get 8 back.
That is better than the 6 I had.
Do you want me to go check on them, or are you guys feeling up to it?
No, we can go together. I do not trust that the Duchess.
He kind of like gives a kind of like thoughtful shrug, like, yeah, probably. Right. To the door, Hopskin. Oh, don't mind this. He's like saying to the crowd of people who are probably terrified by the zombie wolf. Don't mind this. This is fine.
It's my butler.
This is
Finnan
fine.
says.
Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah. Finnan makes sure everyone knows it's just his butler.
Excellent table
Just
manners.
this is Butler.
So we will go to the door at the back of the hall.
For sure. So you guys, it's not locked, and you walk in and find that the room is like a little chilly, but not ridiculously so. And as you kind of head in, you see lying on some kind of chaise is the Duke. His hands clasped over his chest, and the Duchess kind of sitting like on the corner of the chaise, like a goblet of wine in her hand. She's just drinking it, kind of staring into the fire. And she doesn't seem to like notice you approaching.
Is he breathing?
From a cursory glance, it appears not.
Quick, spare the dying.
Oh, right. What are you doing, Duchess? And he'll like run forward to the guy, and attempt to spare the dying on him to save his life?
Unfortunately, it seems he is too far gone.
What have you done?
I've done nothing, she says, like looking up, and you can see some like well-manufactured tears on her in her eyes, and she says, "He simply died of fright, I think."
She's sitting in a chair, right?
Like at the edge of the chaise.
Let me Google what a chaise is so I know if I can knock it down or not.
It's the long seats. If
It's
you
more
know,
like a
like
bed.
if you were in a psychologist and you lay out on that seat.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Psychiatrist. or whatever.
I'm gonna knock the chaise over until she's flat on her arse and start growling in her face. Fuck pleasantries.
She will like stand up, kind of as you approach, and like stumble back away from you.
I mean, considering he didn't die from my performance.
I think it all just became a bit too much for him. That's all.
And I'm sure whenever the clerics get at him and do the speak with dead, they won't mention any sort of poisoning or anything like that that you might have been party to.
Of course not. What?
Liar.
Is what Hopkins says, because he can't talk.
I like it.
You
Kosara understands him and gives him a nod.
you hear some like sort of like slightly raised voices from in the great hall beyond, as like people kind of hearing the ruckus going on and the shouting, like sort of running over towards you.
They're like running in our direction, but they're away from something.
No, like it sounds like hearing, what they're hearing.
Right. Okay.
They're running towards you.
I mean, don't have a lot of experience of all of this, but I think it is highly irregular. Not just, the ghosts and the young tree growing through the house, but
Also, if he was going to die of fright, he wouldn't have, laid down and crossed his arms over his chest.
I put him like that once he died.
I'm sure you did.
Control your beast, she says, and you can hear she sounds very nervous.
Yeah. Hopskin, why don't you see if she has any vials on her of foul odors?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Do you want me to roll for it? I have advantage because of heat smelling.
If she tries to back away, Kosara's gonna run up and grab her and force her to sit still for the wolf sniff.
Yeah, give me a perception check with advantage there.
Love you so much. You've been in my life for 4 years now.
Do I use my wisdom or the wolf wisdom? My wisdom.
Your wisdom, yeah, because you're a druid.
So that's 12. It's 18.
18. Yeah. You don't smell any kind of poisons on her.
He shakes his head.
Can I make a probably very poor attempt at a medicine check for cause of death?
Be my guest.
The Duke? I'm going to use guidance because I'm going to remember about it.
Does anyone have Zone of Truth?
With guidance, that's a 12. 12?
Sorry, I was drinking. No, it doesn't seem like he was poisoned or stabbed, or you can't really determine a cause of death.
Can I intimidate her into confessing?
I mean, I feel like...
With advantage, because she's got an 8-foot-tall wolf breathing down her neck.
Okay.
But like, just admit it, you did it. Everyone knows that you did it. Kind of like shakes the thin woman.
Okay, give me an intimidation check.
Ooh, that's cocked. Would you be upset if I said it was another natural 20?
I wouldn't, because she also rolled a natural 20.
Okay, with intimidation, that's only a 21, unfortunately.
Yeah, she will absolutely destroy that, so...
She's lying.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you hear a voice behind you. Lady Kosara, what are you doing? And like people kind of rush in. Finnan like turns and like holds up a hand for them to stop, and a few like slow down, but they look horrified as some groups of like collected nobles.
It's like she murdered the Duke, and we've caught her red-handed.
There is no proof of this. You all saw
There's
when he died, and they all nod and say, he did die out in the open.
You didn't care to mention that when I asked you where they were.
Yeah, like you would. Now you're lying because he asked you where they were, and you said that you didn't know. You think that if he died out in the open, you would have said, "Oh, the Duke died, and the Duchess took him away."
You do get the impression, like, none of them really spoke when you came in. They all looked a bit, like, somber and...
No,
Yeah.
but Vincente asked, they would have mentioned...
Yeah, they just pointed.
They would have mentioned the Duke died whenever
They just
Vincente asked where they were.
They were too shocked.
Yeah, they just kind of motioned to the back.
Maybe you've made a terrible mistake.
I do not think so.
Nor
How
do
much
I.
HP do I think she has?
How much what?
Nothing. Don't ignore me. Never mind. I was gonna try and take a bite out of her, but I know I'll miss. I will become the creature that people are afraid of on Hallowed Night.
Right. Well,
Her foul deeds brought down those spirits upon the house. And then she murdered her own husband anyway.
That is a lie.
Is it?
It is.
I don't believe her. I don't have to roll an insight check. I don't believe her.
I thought maybe you're just totally wrong.
Yep.
You just heard the rumors of old bitches.
And then those
No
old
reason
bitches
whatsoever.
died. And then those old bitches died. So, like, you know.
And then those old bitches died. Valid.
Yeah, you know. They talk shit and got killed. But if we want to be like that, like insight 9 or 18.
Yeah, you don't think she's lying.
I hate this.
Divine sense?
Ooh.
Okay, what are you sensing?
Empty to sense
undead.
undead. Yeah.
No undead, demons, fiends, anything like that.
Hopskin may look like a zombie, but he's not. actually.
Consecrated, desecrated.
Nothing like that.
well, Duchess, my condolences.
Thank you, she says. At least someone has a good head on his shoulders. She kind of gives you a little smile.
Yeah, he's kind of, I mean, he can't make heads nor tails of this body, like there's no obvious wounds, I guess, for him to see, and not necessarily his place to accuse a noble of, like, but beyond his station, so,
Yeah, for sure.
and he's just invited here as entertainment, so he's like, okay, I don't really have a horse in this fight kind of thing, so.
Horse in this
race,
fight?
so.
I want to watch that sport.
Have you not been to the horse fighting ring? You should go sometime.
It's canon.
Perhaps we've all just had a All had a very eventful evening.
That is to be sure. Do you have friends here? Because I know I have friends that don't seem to have made it back.
My father was here somewhere, but
Oh, maybe we should look for him.
I'm gonna smell Mercer, and then I'm gonna try and smell his dad. Smell for his dad, not smell his dad.
Right. You can try and sniff him out. Eventually, you follow the scent, and you come to like a collapsed staircase full of rubble. And you can go no further, but the scent is very strong there.
Yeah. Kosada is at the Duchess is going to like point a finger at her and like say, "This house knows what you did. This ancestral home knows what you have done. Do not think that because he is dead that it will not follow you from here." And she'll like stalk out and leave.
Very well.
Basically, all like, "You're cursed, bitch.
I like it.
You ain't gotten away with shit."
Can we all remove this rubble or not? Or is it like too dense for us to move?
You could, but it would take like days. It's like a whole tower that's collapsed. But it, your nose is telling you that he's somewhere at the bottom there.
Yeah, Hopkins turns to Mercer and just shakes his head.
his shoulders will slump and kind of hang his head.
I'll put a hand on your shoulder and give it a squeeze. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Kasaro will just kind of grumble and say these deaths are her fault. If she hadn't angered their spirits, this wouldn't have happened.
The house feels more normal, right? Besides the giant tree in the middle?
Yeah.
Listen, I get that you want to believe whatever you've cooked up about this, but now is probably not the time. There are a lot of people dead here.
Yes, and it's her fault.
Fantastic. You have someone to pin it on.
I'm just gonna like turn to Hopskin and be like, "Did you happen to sniff any of the band? Would make you find it much easier." There was Alfredo and Aguilar and Fernando Solis and Pedro Mendoza.
If he could, Hopkins would say, "Names don't help me smell things, smartass." But instead, he's going to look for the band equipment to fat.
Yeah, you smell them and you find them kind of setting up in or kind of nursing like broken instruments and trying to fix stuff. They all seem bruised and beaten up, but alive.
Oh, my friends! You are still living.
Just about. And it seems we have you to thank for that, Alfredo says, patting you on the shoulder.
Well, I had a little help, and he'll motion to the giant direwolf and the giant woman with not with claws right now, and the paladin and such. You are too kind.
Well,
I'm glad to see you alive. Many people have lost someone this day, and I guess we have been lucky.
we are glad to see you alive as well, brother. But perhaps you will enlighten us as to what happened here. Maybe, well, with your...
did you not just hear the lady yelling at the Duchess?
I think these are like deep within the house somewhere.
Yeah, he means more the ghost stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe we could write a song.
Yeah. Quite a lot actually. A lot of ghosts. The giant dead tree, and the Duke is dead, and many others. Maybe we can commemorate them. And what happened here.
I would like that very much.
In fact, you know, if we are quick about it, maybe we can be the first ones to break the news to the capital. Maybe, maybe we should leave.
I like that plan very much. And they all kind
How
of
long
begin
does
packing up
Hopskin
their
have left on
instruments.
his form?
It's probably getting close to finishing relatively soon.
Cool. So at the mention of leaving, Hopskin's going to kind of wait for his direwolf to run out.
You can drop it if you want.
I know. But if it's going to run out anyway, I could just like... If anyone else wants anyone sniffed out, he can sniff them out.
Yeah.
I presume, like, we found some people, like, along the way.
Yeah.
Scattered few. Well, I will turn to the group. My friends, is there any further business we want to attend to, or we have a long trip back?
No, I think it is best if we go.
I'm going to grab Tamsin and bury her somewhere else than here.
Sure, if you want to. Hopefully the stables haven't been hit by the tree. Maybe they were far enough away from the estate that we can still get a coach together or something.
I'm not going to need a horse.
Good for you. If no one wants to stay and kill the Duchess or anything, then I guess I will.
The Duchess was very high on my list of things, but now I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
You see, the Duchess has walked back out into the Great Hall, and is kind of like sipping her wine still, and just watching you, Vincento.
I will go over to her. So what with all that has happened, we were maybe thinking of heading back to the capital.
I'll be heading back tonight as well.
Maybe we can send word so people can, I don't know, come and aid the folks here. There may be still a few more people trapped, but I think we'll need manpower. The guard, perhaps? Some clerics?
That is a good idea.
You know, the quicker we go, probably the better for the other people involved.
Do you have transport?
Well, if the stables is still intact, maybe there is a few horses or a coach.
Well, you are welcome to share my coach if you wish.
Also incredibly super sus that this bitch is staying to help the people who are still trapped in her own house.
Oh no, I definitely think she did it.
Super sus.
I've got nothing to it.
Yeah.
No, I believe that she's not. Something has obviously gone, and she's not helping people, and it's pretty awful. And you are completely in your right. But I don't know what I could do to a noble as a musician. And there's a lot of witnesses. So.
Have we had a short rest during all of this
Nope.
shenanigans?
No,
Looking for people?
No.
Yeah, sure. I could just go behind her and snap her neck, I suppose, but only if there aren't witnesses.
I mean, if you want to rest, we could rest before the travel. Just, make preparations and stuff.
Well, no, I'm not part of that because you're talking to the Duchess by yourself or whatever.
Well, we had an extended period of time where we were talking about potentially leaving and stuff. So if you wanted...
while you guys are having that conversation, Kusara is going to go back down into the crypts and find some remains of the creaking lady.
Sure.
Like some ash or dust or something like that.
Yeah.
And then she's going to head back up and just kind of sprinkle him on the Duchess's back. before going into the stables
Sure. Make
to
a
get her stuff.
sleight of hand check, I guess.
Sure.
Sprinkle check.
Spring shoot.
That is a 19 for
Okay,
22.
Yeah, you managed to sprinkle it unseen.
Yep.
And but she will, like, during this, she will kind of like loop a finger sort of through one of the like buckles or something on your like jacket or robe, and say, "Come now, you should share my carriage, and we can discuss how we are going to help these people."
Sure. Why not? I'm sure you have the fastest horses.
Oh, I most certainly do.
Well, it's not all that she has that is fast, she says, and aside to Hopskin.
Hopskin chuckles.
She gives Hopskin a little fist bump.
And with that, as everyone takes their leave in various ways, and
Hopskin to
very
clarify, like taking Tamsin. Hopskin shifts back into his direwolf, goes up the stairs as the direwolf, because of course he's gonna do that. Picks up Tamsin's like body in his mouth, throws it over his shoulder, and runs off into the night. After telling Finnan, "Tell the boys what happened to Tamsin. I'm gonna go bury her somewhere, and tell them I'll be back soon."
He nods. But yeah, we will end it there. Spooky times.